Hello, beautiful, magical, divine one. Okay, I hope that the lighting is going to be okay today. I'm recording a lot later than I usually do, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that you guys should be able to see. Okay, so a new deck arrived today for me, and in it, there's three lovers cards, like three different ones, as if you can choose which one you want to put in your deck, or as I feel, and it's a beautiful energy, it's like love is coming in for, if this message found you, love is coming in for you, but it's coming in different ways. Like for some of you, it's coming in like true, pure self-love. And like it's not so much self-respect, but it's like holding yourself to this, it's not even a standard, but it is, right? It's like holding yourself to a 5D standard, like so that your 5D nervous system, 5D standards, triple one, no longer fight, flight, or fawning, or freezing, no longer that type of self-love where like the devotion to you and your health and your healing and is, yeah, just where you're at right now. So I feel that for some of you. For others, I do feel that it is like romantic love, a partnership. And I don't usually bring through messages this way, but hey, this is how it's coming through for you today. And then the other card, and like, or the other sort of type that I'm feeling here, or the split, is this collective of beings, or like whose divine feminine, and it's they've like really given themselves to embody the sacred divine feminine energy, no matter how you identify, and it's in like divine union with your divine masculine. There's like this new way that you are existing in the world, really. You're, it's like almost like perfect equilibrium, like for the right amount of push, there's a right amount of pull, and there's just this flow. And I'm hearing, and it's because like for those of you that resonate with that, it's because you're in the know. And the other thing that's been coming through for this collective is, well, you are the point of everything, right? And now is the point of everything, but the only being with the power to connect the two and like allow all the magic through is you. So now is always the point, and it's you in the now. That is the point. Not a past version, not a future version, not a version that is people pleasing, right? Because this is the fawning, and this is why I feel like for some of you, you've spent a lot of time working on your nervous system. You've been very aware of your patterns, and just observing your patterns, so that, and awareness is key. And I feel like there's really being like a shift somewhere for you with regards to like how your body reacts, like your it's like you finally trust yourself, the you that is the universe, enough to like follow through with the devotion to self. The cards are going to come out, and it doesn't matter which sort of group you resonate with, you are the point. Now is the point, and you're the only one that can make the connection that like lights up the night sky. And that is what I know that the message is about today. So my name is Angela. I'm a channel of Enforced Source Consciousness. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. It is always such a beautiful privilege to play in your frequency. thank you for the comments, for the understanding of my humans' time constraints. For those of you that are new here, I have a 2.5-year-old that keeps me really, really happy and really, really busy. It's also why I'm recording a bit late today. We were up last night with a fever, and most of today it's been an interesting time, but also the whole of last night I was very much online, so much came through. But the thing that I feel called to really bring through now is that you are the point, and now is the point, and only you can make magic happen by making that connection. So if you're able to, close your eyes, just breathing and giving yourself permission to come fully into your body and fully into this magical now. Breathing through your nose, acknowledging your heart space, your light, your truth, your divinity. And then with each and every exhale, surrendering to the perfection of you and your now exactly as it is. Breathing at your own pace. Just breathing into that heart space. And then breathing as many times as you feel called to. Okay. Give me a moment here, friends. There's a lot of cards that fell out. And yes, I'm going to take these. Okay, so firstly we have the Emperor. Oh, wow. Interesting. Maybe I'm not going to take them all. I'm just going to take the King of Cups. Okay. No. Yes. Okay. Sorry, friends. There's a lot in the field. There's a lot in the deck. But no, let's put those back. And while we have the Emperor at the bottom, energy of the deck, I'm also being told to just reshuffle, because the Emperor is just making itself known as this like collaborator. Okay, we have the Devil. This is really, really interesting visual. This deck for me, it's beautiful. It speaks so many languages. Okay, so you're in the energy of liberation. And while like I almost feel like this card is like calling for you to take this how it resonates, friends. Almost like be offensive, not to be offensive for like offensive sake, but you in your truth, in your light, may be 0808, may be offensive to some. It's like paint the pictures. The pictures. Well, I don't know. So maybe somebody wants to paint some photographs. But like paint the paintings that you feel called to paint. Even if they're gonna, or like the photographs or the poetry or the whatever, even if it is going to be triggering or upsetting to some, if not many. So I feel like I'm speaking to a collective of beings who have really had to almost like, for a lot of their lives, like crawl. You kind of been clawing your way through life. Like you never really felt like you fit in. And I mean, that's like, that almost seems redundant, because name one, like, have you met a light worker or an awakened being who felt like they fitted in? 912. Okay, but she's especially different, right? And she's coming out of a pomegranate. I think that's a pomegranate. Or she's swinging on a pomegranate. There is this very like feral, wild, and this has been coming through a lot for this collective. I'm not going to lie, the last few messages, like I don't know what they are, but I feel like a thread. I feel like many of them have the same message said in different ways. And that happens, like Source brings these messages through however Source does. And when things are on repeat, it's like it's going to be that way until whomever needs to hear what they need to hear hears it. So you're being called to express yourself without limitations. This devil energy is like speaking to the restrictions that you have allowed to be placed on you, that like restrict your movement. And these ways of being were perfect, were beautiful, were divine. They got you here, they kept you safe. But you now know that you are the point to everything, the point of origin. And nothing can shift without you choosing for it to shift, without you giving yourself permission to shift, into the identity that you already are, so that your reality can shift around you. And I feel like that's really what is or has been happening at this time. Okay, so I'm going to speak about those in a moment. Let's start here. We have the Star, we have the King of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. I love this this card combination energy. I mean, this is the infinity sign, but right now I'm seeing it as like eights staring back at me, and 0808 really pinged. So I feel like eights are going to be of some synchronistic resonance for you. Here, it's like he's going into the unknown, like completely surrendered. That's what the Eight of Cups is all about. And the fact that the Eight of Cups is coming out with the Page of Cups, the dreams come true. I don't know, I just feel into that energy of him. Like, I just feel like confidence, knowing, like fun, playfulness. And this image, what is it? Like, I see something there. It's almost like a jellyfish, an octopus. I don't know. I feel like he's covered by a jellyfish, something magical. And now, okay, we're going there. And now I'm thinking about mermaids and another Studio Ghibli film, which is called Ponyo, and it's about a fish. It's a fish that becomes a little girl, not a mermaid that becomes a little girl, a fish. And she kind of takes a ride on a jellyfish to go on this big grand adventure to the human world. Um, and I feel like you're really going, like, this is also like an air balloon. There's something about you taking off because you've stopped holding on, stopped trying to control. The fact that the emperor was present earlier is also can also speak to the toxic masculinity, or the toxic masculine, which is like controlling, not trusting, overbearing, like needing to know, needing to have everything figured out, not being able to move, not being able, like not giving anything breathing room to actually like create on its own, like watching a kettle boil type energy. So just be watchful of that, because I feel like that is really what is coming to an end for you. For my human, I resonate with this. Like, I've been trusting the flow a lot more. And I've just been feeling the ease that I get to move through life these days. And like more and more. And I feel like I'm speaking to a collective of beings who resonate with that. Okay, we have the King of Swords and the Star. Mental mastery. I want to just pull something here on this King of Swords. I love this. I love the Star card. Oh wow. She's very much one with Gaia, one with the elements. I mean, like, she looks like she's a tree. I don't know if you can see her face. But she's like laughing. I don't know, every time it sort of starts to show you the lighting shift. But she's laughing, her legs kind of, there's a reflection. It's like she's really part of this this tree, she's holding on. There is like a symbiotic reciprocal nature. This is you becoming one with your universe, like you connecting the the 2 points of origin and making them one, you and the now. And it's like it opens the gates to abundance. Okay, let's see what this King of Swords is about. The 10 of Cups. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. And what else? Seeing 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, like magic happens. Also another 8. Okay. And the 8 of Wands it is. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Cups. Oh, this is very beautiful. I think you may still have some journeying to do, right? Once again, this hero's journey of like you're there, but you just know you're going to get there. And you don't have to worry about a thing. Anything that happens on your journey or trajectory up there is meant to happen. It's a learning curve, it's a lesson, it's something to assist you in, like with your gifts. There is a purpose. There is nothing without purpose. But you know that you get there, and you know that like abundance rains down on you, right? And because it rains down on you, it rains down on humanity too. Okay. There is a step that you're being called to take. Okay, this Ace of Pentacles is like she's one, but in some ways are like her feet bound. Not sure. Coming out with the 8 of Wands. And action. And I love that this 8 of Wands, very similar color scheme to this Devil, this emerging, this force to be like you're a force because you're source, right? You're a force to be reckoned with, not because you fight or shout. You're a force to be reckoned with because your frequency is freaking undeniable. And it's time for you to stop denying that truth and to take the step as like the light warrior, not warrior, right? Whenever they bring this through, light warrior, it's like because you're no longer worrying in your mind. You're no longer doubting. You're no longer playing the mind games. You're holding the light. So there is like a step that is required. Something for you to really, really trust, because I also feel this like this oneness with this thing that's in the tangible world, right? Your movements are really going to create magic in your material world in a way that like you know that you are the origin point. Like you can see the thing and like feel the thread, like the weave, right? Not so much the manifestation, because you, beautiful one, like you've always been manifesting. It's like, I don't know how to say this without it sounding strange, but like you're beyond manifesting, because you didn't come here to manifest from the soul. And right now it's like all of that trust that you've actually had, because it took trust to not sit and like 911 manifest this, like the jobs or the this or the whatever. Like it took courage, right? It took courage, because I know that there would have been like a pull from your human, like throughout your life, or like other beings. Like I experienced that, like, oh, why don't you just manifest this? Like, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? I don't understand why you don't do that. And I'm like, okay. So like, I'm going to just agree with you, but I'm going to continue to just do things my way type thing. And maybe many of you experienced similar things. Okay, so these 3 cards with the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. You are, when the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups come out in a reading for me, it's a surety. It's like the universe stamping, giving you like a certified, like it's done. Whatever you feel called to do, whatever dream you have, like just trust. That type of thing, because there's movement, there's steps that are required. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, these, like the driving force, um, is has shifted. I don't know. It's like your driving force behind wanting to do something or creating. There's no longer this element of pushing or hustling, or I'm doing this and I'm really, really hoping that it's going to pay my bills, or I'm doing this because I, I don't know, out of fear that if I don't do this, something else won't happen. Like there's, how do I put this? Okay, I can only give personal experience. When I first started this channel, there was very much within my human this desire, and understandably so, like circumstantial desire, need to make money, right? For this to shift my financial reality. And with that frequency, like in tow with my desire to co-create with you in the universe, it was very much attached to it, even though it wasn't like the driving force or the whatever. It was there, and it was density, because all that I was saying to the universe is, hey, I have this need because I don't trust that it's coming in, and um, I yeah, like I'm creating from a place of almost lack, like I knowing you can hold conflicting beliefs, and I really had to unpack that. And then, as I've brought this through for you guys before, is like, look at the frequency, or like the energy behind your movements. So like when you feel called, or like somewhere you want to move or like do, feel into the frequency of why you're doing that. Is it coming from a place of fear? Is it coming from a place of empowerment? Is it coming from a place of sovereignty, enjoyment, inspiration? See the energy behind the moves, and you will see what frequency you're moving in, right? Is it like an old earth nervous system frequency, or your 5D frequency that like trusts? So the driving force behind some things, or some things, has really, really shifted. And this is a beautiful thing, because we have the Knight of Cups, but we have it coming out with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Um, and I think that this is a bit of a mermaid. It looks to me like a mermaid, the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups. Interesting. I get very much like an Atlantean vibe feel from these cards, or from the energy here. So that may resonate with you in some way or form. But there's like very much like Atlantis, right? It's this magical place that may or may not have existed. But if everybody were to believe that it did, then it simply would. I'd like that type of thing, and it's for you. It's like your belief is the last belief that matters. It's like everybody else can see your magic, knows feels you, but only until you truly believe that like you can like not forever be a mermaid. That there's magic that is like unlike any other, and you put that out into the world, not necessarily like verbally, but like in everything you do, it's in the energy of that. You put that out into the world. Your emotional, it's I feel like things may have been a little bit of an emotional whirlwind for you. I'm seeing like, I don't even know what to call it. because not a tornado, because that's just wind, but like and a tsunami is maybe just like that. A hurricane? Is it a hurricane that is over the water? But like that's kind of what I'm seeing. But at the center of this, I'm seeing like you, or I'm feeling you being the calm in the storm, and that calm is calming the storm. Okay, I'm gonna just see if there's anything else, but this feels like a time where things may feel a bit like a test, where the Page of Wands, I love this, where you're really just being called to trust. I'm gonna pull an alchemy or two here, because I know that this is what, like, I don't know, I know that you can feel the energy in this image if you're still here. I don't know how I know that, but I just do. And I know that it's like empowering. Like a phoenix rising. I feel rebirth in this card. And all I'm hearing is like, and it's a strange thing, but I'll say it, like it's almost over. And this is, I don't know what they're referring to, but I think it's because the feeling here is that like the struggle, the like you're finally gonna surrender. This is finally you. You're choosing you, you're choosing true, you're choosing the unknown, you're choosing to go beyond the mind, you're choosing to go beyond the limitations, you're choosing to not do things the way that everybody else has done them. Okay. Blood, sanguis. Interesting that they're both red. And then I'm feeling really cool to just pull from here. I'll read in a moment, friends. This is the Citadel Oracle. I'm being told to take 3. Okay. 2, 3. I love this. Okay, the Sailor, new influences, wanderlust, adventures. The Muse, generosity, naivety. Also some red there. And the sun behind it. This is beautiful. Your magic is being reflected into you. Archer, biding your time, planning ahead. I don't remember when, but there was in one of the videos this week was an imagery, or there was an analogy of archery, and how right now any difficulty, any sort of challenge that you're facing is really just to help strengthen that arm, so that like when you're ready to take the shot, your arm is actually strong enough to pull the string back so that you can make the shot, so that your arrow can like land true, like your arrow will land true, but you need the strength. And so there's a building up of strength that's occurring at this time. Okay. Okay, almost there. Yeah. Sangos, or Sango, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, friends, and I'm not going to try today. Blood, the pulse, physicality, the body. Have no fear of the blood card. It indicates a remembrance of the vital mammalian nature of our existence. Drop by drop, the sacred elixir reminds us that we are alive, not merely thinking beings, but being beings. When blood is in the prima materia in the laboratory, the alchemist uses the physical body as the starting point, building a relationship to the container that houses the spirit. Through the limbs, the organs, the cells, we witness the miracle of life, one heartbeat at a time. Eventually, the alchemist naturally partakes in practices that support and nourish blood's love-giving nature. We learn to honor and protect it, In alchemy, red is the color of vitality and radiance. With this card, you've dropped into the vital realm. Sing the body's praises. Go deeper, listen to the song Blood Bank by Bon Iver to ponder the presence of the pulse. Take note of how much red is within a reading. This indicates the vigor present in the current world. If the palette is dull, it's likely that the spirit needs support. I don't feel that you need support. I feel like you're finally supporting yourself. Like you're not relying on anything to support you. Like any strength that you would be receiving from an external would be strength that you would actually be receiving from yourself. So it's like you know that you are the power source. There's this, I'm seeing the strength card and I'm feeling this divine, sacred, feminine energy like alive. There's ownership here. You're not someone like, how do I put it? It's like you don't need a sidekick. You never did. Okay. The blood card brings vitality to an entire reading. When it is present, it is as if all the other cards come alive and begin to grow. Okay, friends, that is the end of today's transmission. Thank you for co-creating this message with me today. Thank you for choosing you. Like, thank you for choosing your way. Like, that's what I feel this is, this Eight of Cups. Like, you're finally giving yourself permission to just drop the act and be. Okay. Blessings and love, magical one. See you next time.